Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be reviewing the all-new Range Rover Sport SV. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Land Rover here in Lehi, Utah for giving me some time with this Range Rover Sport. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Jordan. And if you don't already know, the Land Rover in Lehi does not charge over MSRP, including on special cars like this. So if you want a great deal on a new Land Rover product and you are obviously within their sales boundary, definitely reach out to them. Like I said, ask for Jordan if you have any questions, and then link to my car buying guide in the description down below as well. Let's just get right into it. Under the hood, we have a twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy 16 around town and then 22 on the highway, with power outputs being a whopping 626 horsepower and then 553 pound-feet of torque. And I love the carbon fiber here on the cover. I think that looks really sharp. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, the hood's carbon fiber. So if you actually feel on the hood here, there is no separation, and that's because this is unpainted, this is painted black. So yeah, the hood's carbon fiber. You can see the carbon fiber accenting right there. And then there's even carbon fiber on the Range Rover logo as well. And then I love the headlight design here. And then you can see more carbon fiber trim here. Land Rover logo is darker with the finish. And then look at the venting on this. Lots of airflow needed to feed that V8. And then there's even more carbon trim. And then there's more carbon here at the bottom. And yeah, I mean, this definitely puts sport in the sporty name, right? Now our trine wheel setup is 285 by 40 by 23 in the front, and then 305 by 35 by 23 in the rear. And you can see here with the wheels completely blacked out. And I love how you've got that special logo there in the center. And then we've got Brembo brakes, and these brake rotors are absolutely enormous. Again, these are 23-inch wheels, and the rotor and the caliper pretty much fill up the whole thing. And then notice here with how the fender is cut, and then again more of that carbon fiber trim on the side. But the rest of it, just like what Range Rover's been doing with the new cars, is minimalist with the designs. You don't have a bunch of crazy vent pieces or sides. Like you got some stuff happening, but like it's very simplistic. And this leads us to the key fob. So we get this special SV logo there on the back of the key fob, and then you can see your lock unlock function, opening for the hatch, light controls, all the normal stuff. And popping into said cargo area, we've got a cargo cover from the factory, and it looks like we've got some floor mats and everything back here. I'll actually tuck those up. There we go. But yeah, the Sport has quite a bit of storage space in the back. It is a practical SUV at the end of the day. And then we've got a bunch of controls here on the back, so we can lower the seats. We can also lower the suspension as well to make it so it's a little bit easier to access this whole cargo area. When you're all done, just press this button here, and that will lower the hatch right back down. Now taking a look at the taillights, you've got that cool 3D effect, and then you can see Range Rover here on the back. We've got our SV logo down below, and then look at how aggressive these exhaust tips are. I'll get an exhaust clip at the end of the video for all of you guys. But that's the rear. Again, it's got some things, especially on the front end, that make it look more aggressive, and the exhaust tips here on the back, but it's subtle overall. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see soft touch here at the top, and then this is cool with this trim. It goes over the speaker. And then look at that, it's kind of recessed back here. I don't know if it's gonna pop up on camera very well, but it's this really cool dark carbon fiber. And then you can see with the seat adjustment, and then soft touch all the way down. So really nice material use on the door panel itself. And then here are these seats, two-tone with the coloration here. Now legroom here in the back is pretty good. Again, it's a big SUV. And this is cool, seeing the carbon fiber there on the front seats. And then we do have our own climate zone here in the back. You can see with the vents here as well. And I will say, these are like bucket type seats here in the back, but they're very comfortable. And then we do have little grab handles in the rear as well. And then headroom's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel again, you can see with the lighter trim here at the top, got blind spot mirroring with the mirrors. And then same thing with that trim that goes down, and then with the darker carbon fiber. And then we've got our seat adjustments here with the memory seat function. And again, soft touch all down there. And look at the finish on the window controls, by the way. Got all of your mirror adjustments. The mirrors do power fold in. And then this brings us over to the front seats. Look at that. That's cool. We've got SV there. That looks great. And then yeah, perforated all down the center portion of the seats. And then we've got the pedals here. And then look at this trim. That's super nice. And then nice soft touch all across the rest of the dash. So taking a look at the steering wheel, I love the two-tone design. It looks very sporty, actually. I've got a lot of cool elements on this. So practical controls, first off, got like your cruise control, heated steering wheel, controls for the center stack. This is fun though. That pops you into the SV mode. So it's a fun little button. And then this has like these see-through paddle shifters. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. Very unique overall though with the look. And you can see the stocks there on the back. And then this does lead us to the gauge cluster here. It's the normal gauge cluster you have with the Sport, so you can customize it and super easy to use. And again, minimalist with how it's integrated into the dash and the overall setup. Now this does come with a 360 camera system, so you can see the bird's eye view, and then you got this cool exterior shot as well. You can zoom in on the different points. So yeah, great camera system. Now the next big part is going to be the infotainment screen. So first off, you get the shortcut bar there on the side. Really quick response time. A lot of stuff is controlled in this screen, including this new body and soul seats. So this is a new feature. You guys can probably hear the music running in the background. That comes with the car. Range Rover, please don't do copyright infringement on me, because yeah, Range Rover has this in the car. Actually, we'll turn it down now, so you guys have already probably heard it. It's kind of like elevator sounding music. But anyways, what this basically does is different soundtracks depending on the setting that you put it in. And then it also vibrates the seats with the sound. So I guess as the California people would put it, it creates a vibe in the Range Rover. But yeah, it's an interesting feature, and it's interesting to see the new seat technologies that are coming out in cars. And then another few things, we've got our drive modes here. So you can access those pretty simple. And then if you press the settings button there, you can do the exhaust. So that's another easy thing to do. And then you can turn on the haptic feedback. So it's kind of like a shortcut thing. But yeah, really easy system to use. Now taking a look at the storage here, we've got a wireless phone charging pad inside. I like that little tab, it's pretty nice. Shifter here, nice finish on top of it. You've got your stop start right next to that. And then you can see just more of the darker trim. And then this is cool. You can see it says Edition 1 on this carbon fiber trim. This is just for the cup holders, by the way. And then center console. It is also a refrigerator. Again, very tight fit and finish with everything in here. And then this has the classic double glove box. So you've got the top lid here, and then you've got the bottom lid as well. And again, soft touch all over all of this trim, and very simplistic design. Camera rear view mirror. And then we have our controls here. I don't know if it's going to pop up very well, but that's for the panoramic center up top. And then we do have a nice premium headliner here as well. So there's quite a bit of glare, so it's going to be hard to see the window sticker here, but this is the sticker for the Edition 1. Now, most of the equipment I went over with you guys is standard. There are some options. So the carbon ceramic brakes that this has, so fancy bright calipers. That is a $9,000 option on this. Everything else is just less than $1,000 in terms of the options. So the brake's the big option. $180,300 is the base MSRP. Total MSRP is $193,400 for this SV Edition 1. And let's sum things up and then get an exhaust clip, and that'll be all. So with my closing thoughts, I want to say first off, I think this thing looks fantastic. It is aggressive, but it's not shouting super hard about it. So I think they did a really good job with the design. And then I think that there's another car in Land Rover's lineup that has immensely benefited the Sport, and that is that thing right there, the Defender. So the Defender is Land Rover's like dedicated off-roader. And because it's Land Rover's dedicated off-roader, they've been able to go all in with the sportiness on the Sport when it comes to design, and then also when it comes to equipment and driving dynamics and all that. And so this is, I would say, the sportiest Sport that has ever existed. Ah, see what I did there. But yeah, really just cool looking, and the engine it has, the brakes that it has, like this is really like a super SUV. I would say this is Land Rover's first true super SUV because of the horsepower it has, the performance and all of that. It's up there with the Lamborghini Urus, Bentley Bentayga, all of those. Let me know what you guys think.